this happened yesterday. And I'm kind of thinking this is like a canary in the coal mine. This is just the start of maybe things to come. I hope I hope it's nothing serious. For the sake of CS, but I guess we'll see what happens. Basically, Buff 163, the biggest marketplace in the world, not just in China. Some people think it's just in China, the biggest marketplace. No, by quantity and money moved, it's probably like the next 5 biggest marketplaces or bigger than that. So if you're thinking skin ports, if you're thinking whatever site, the top 5 that you could think of are still less than Buff. Maybe even the top 10 are still less than Buff. And they decided yesterday that you can no longer list cases, capsules, packages starting yesterday. You can no longer do it. As you see here, not available for sale anymore, not available for sale. And if you had any, they got delisted. And if you were trying to buy them, GG, you're out of luck. And someone asked support, said, hey, weapon boxes / capsules cannot be put on the shelves. He says, hello, due to our operation strategy adjustment, the type of that type of game items are currently unavailable for trade. Right? So I tweeted, looks like Buff is no longer allowing the sale of CS2 cases, capsules, and packages. This was 18 hours ago. At this point, I still thought maybe it's a glitch. Maybe it's something with the new peer-to-peer marketplace ban. Like, maybe they couldn't 100% solidify that, oh yeah, this is a fair trade offer. It's actually going through, and make sure to 100% confirm it so no money gets lost, right? So that's what I initially thought the problem was. I then messaged Buff163, the official Twitter account, and this is what they responded with. I sent them the tweet. I said, is this temporary? And he or she says this is inaccurate. It is based on our own decisions, and we're not being forced by an external force. In this tweet, I said, I'm assuming it's China forcing them to stop selling cases and capsules. They say that is not true. And to back up this claim, I believe there are tweets showing that in Perfect World client, you can still show your cases being unboxed. You can promote it. You can talk about it, that sort of stuff. And, of course, in Perfect World, you're still able to open cases right now. But on TikTok, Douyin, Chinese TikTok, you're not able to look up anymore, starting now, CS2 open cases. You'll be presented with this. Gambling refused. But you're still able to gamble in-game. You're still able to gamble in the Perfect World client, as far as I'm aware. There was something else I was looking for. Where is the thing I'm looking for? Here. This is the tweet. Interestingly, the Perfect World is still broadcasting and selling cases as usual, which shows that the ban of Buff is not from the official mandatory order, but NetEase's keen sense of risk. So it seems as though, this is just a hypothetical, or allegedly, it seems as though NetEase maybe is feeling some sort of way, some sort of tension from the Chinese government, CCP, thinking they might start to crack down on gambling. And if we are in any way supporting it, even if we're not, the gambling feature itself, we need to stop selling these cases, because then we look like the bad guy, because we're fueling people opening the cases. We're causing the cases to become more valued. We're basically funding, not funding, but accepting the money for people that are about to gamble. Technically, you can say it is China closing it down, because NetEase is owned by the CCP. But at least according to my source, who is Buff, he says it's not the Chinese government, but rather just the company itself is thinking, okay, we should stop this before the CCP maybe takes it into their own hands. So it's probably the owner of whoever's deciding what's going on with TikTok and Buff, rather than like a higher up. If I had to guess, why? Well, if China looks at Buff and goes, okay, this whole thing is just a gambling operation, They're funding it. They're taking money for it. Ban it. CS no more. That deletes all of Buff. Again, as I said, it's the biggest marketplace on planet Earth for CS skins. So nobody wants that to happen, especially not NetEase themselves. So I think it's just to get ahead of it and to try and stay alive for as long as they can. But what's very interesting, is that it's only on the Chinese version of Buff 163. If you don't know, they also have a North American version of the marketplace called Buff Market. And I checked this myself. You're still able to buy, sell, and bulk order as well. Cases. So you can buy up to like 200 at a time. No problem. They still haven't taken this down, which is very strange. It seems like they're just trying to save face, and no other marketplace is doing this yet, as far as I'm aware. Supply is going down, way down, prices will skyrocket. Well, we'll talk about it in a sec. Buff Market blocked them as well. No, they didn't. That's false. Let me continue to waffle, though. Bookmarks, boom. So, as far as I know, this decision of Buff is permanent and may ultimately affect all Chinese trading sites. I said that gambling is absolutely forbidden in China, and any activity that is officially considered gambling will be banned. Wait and see how Perfect World reacts. In my mind, even though obviously nothing is confirmed, and right now Buff is just saying, oh, we just wanted to do it. You know, it's just how we're just changing our policy. To me, it seems this is the first drop of rain before it starts to storm. I don't think it stops with just Buff, because if they're getting rid of cases, which is millions of dollars every single day, that means it's probably going to be Perfect World next. Perfect World will probably stop letting you open cases completely, or I mean, they've already had it, so you can't buy cases off of the Steam market, right? You have to use like a VPN in order to buy CS cases off the Steam market in China, at least as far as I'm aware. So what does this mean for case prices? I think that's what everyone wants to know. Either the lack of liquidity for cases, meaning all of these cases right here, I want to quick sell them, I don't want these anymore. Where would you usually do that? On Buff. That makes it, so if I want to sell it, it's not going to be as easy, and I'm going to have to lower my prices to, say, a third party or another marketplace, and then I list it for whatever is less than the other person is listing. So instead of 30 cents for each of them, I'd maybe be getting 28 cents for each of them. And that could make the price go down in that sense. Or a lot of people start listing their cases instead of on Buff, just on the Steam market right here. So then these prices will also be going down. So instead of 96 cents, oh, you want to insta-sell because there's no point in selling it on Buff? Boom, 95 cents. Then the price goes down that way. Could the price go up? Let me think. Could the price of cases go up because of this? I mean, with the CS market, it'll probably find a way. They will go up since case farmers have no way to get the actual money, so they'll stop. Ooh. Decent thought. Yeah, because a lot of the case farmers were selling directly onto Buff, because a lot of them are doing it in China because they have cheap electricity over there. So there's no way to cash out, so they'll stop. There's no point in doing it anymore. If China stops, unboxing prices do not go up. Well, I think China will find a way to unbox cases. They'll use a VPN, or they'll get a non-Perfect World account if they really want to open cases. If they ban all gambling in China, it's over. But I think you're still able to open cases for now, at least. If you're no longer able to open cases and you have to use a VPN, that might stop like 20% of the people from doing it. Or I'm sure so many people in China are rocking a VPN, like it's ridiculous. It might stop a couple people from opening any more cases. Sure. You can't use it legally in China, bro. Bro, there's so many things you can't do legally in China. People find a way to do it. There are not enough bots on Marketplace for case and capsules. For example, Skinport allows you to add a maximum of 50 capsules and cases combined to your Skinport inventory. For trading bot marketplaces, where they have bots, then yes, that will be a big problem, because now all of the supply that was going to be on Buff, they're going to try and get it onto sites that still use bots, and because there's not enough bots, Like even a site like CS Money that has 3,000 bots, that's just not going to be enough to deal with the hundreds of thousands of cases that people want to sell every single day that was going directly through Buff. The thing is, Buff also had a thing called bulk buy, which was, I mean, even I used that to buy hundreds of cases at a time. Super convenient. Other marketplaces are going to need to implement that. Just the bulk buy feature. Otherwise, cases are going to go down crazy in price, in my opinion. Right now, I don't have any idea of how cases go up in value. Maybe there's just a reason I'm not thinking of, which is likely because of just people stopping the farming of cases. That could be it, but I don't have like a genuine answer that I'm feeling. Cases go down short term. This Oni guy gonna open cases like crazy. In my mind, I'm seeing more reasons why they would go down rather than go up. I'll say that. I could definitely be wrong though. This is not investment advice. You should think about it yourself and then decide if you want to keep your cases or sell them or invest. Make sure to subscribe.